Good morning, dear kids. Today we'll be taking our chapter number 1, that is rational numbers. My dear kids, we know about natural numbers. Do we know what are natural numbers? So if I start my number line from 1, so these all from 1 to infinite are called as natural numbers. But if I start my number line from 0 to infinite, these are called as whole numbers. And if I take negative numbers as well as positive numbers, so these all will be called as to infinity. These all will be called as integers. So what do you mean by rational numbers? Rational numbers, the numbers which do not have exact whole number as an answer. For example, if I give you 3 upon 2, what you will be getting it is 1.5. Now 1.5 on a number line, it will not come into an integer or whole number or your natural number. So it will be called as a rational number. Getting my point? So for such kind of, suppose I have one more, I'll give you minus 7 upon 5. Can you get the answer in whole number? No. So either if you want, you can keep it into fraction. So that will be called as a rational number. Clear? So in a way we can say that rational numbers are numbers that can be written in a form of P upon Q. Getting my point? So P upon Q, where Q should not be equal to 0. Because if we have denominator 0, suppose if I give you 7 upon 0, so you will say it is written in the form of a fraction, so it is a rational number. No, it is not a rational number, because denominator of any fraction according to the standard writing terms, it should not be 0. If it is 0, it will be called as undefined number. Getting my point? So rational numbers should not have denominator as 0. Clear? Let's start with the work. Okay. We have example number 1, which says find 3 upon 7 plus minus 6 upon 11 plus minus 8 upon 21 plus 5 upon 22. My dear kids, whenever we have done integers chapters in our grade 7, and we know that if we have integers and we know the rules of integers, that is plus minus minus, minus minus plus, plus plus makes plus, and minus plus makes minus. So we know the rules. Shall we start? So same rules are applicable here also. My dear kids, you have different fractions with all different denominators. So you have to take LCM of your denominators, that is 7, 11, 21 and 22. And you will notice that you will get the LCM as 462. Once you got the LCM as 462, you have to make this fraction 3 upon 7. If you multiply with, so you want the denominator as 462. So you have to convert your 7 into 462 by multiplying with 66. And if you multiply down with 66, you have to multiply above also with 66. Again 11. So 11 you have to convert into 462 by multiplying with 42. Then you have minus 8 upon 21. 21 you will convert into 462 by multiplying with 22. and you have 5 upon 22. So you will convert into 462 by multiplying with 21. This is how we make the fractions same. So now you got 66 into 3, that is 198, plus minus 6 into 4, 42, that will be minus 252, plus minus 8 into 22, that is minus 176, plus 21 into 5, that is 105, and down denominator common 462. Once you got the denominator same and your numerators, you can perform the operation. 198 plus minus will become minus, again plus minus will become minus, and you have plus 105 upon 462. Once you do 198 minus 252, you will get minus 54. And I have taken rest of the numbers down. Again you have minus minus, that makes plus. So you will add 156 to 254, that will be 230 with the minus sign. As we all know that the number will carry the largest number sign. So out of when I have minus 54 and minus 176, minus 176 is the bigger number. So I'll take the larger number sign here. Further, minus plus will make minus. So 230 minus 105, and that will make minus 125 upon 462. Yes, my dear kids. So this is your final answer. Clear? Note it down. Next we have example number 2, which says minus 4 upon 5 into 3 upon 7 into 15 upon 16 into minus 14 upon 9. In multiplication, my dear kids, you do not need to take any kind of LCM. You can directly multiply. If you want to take these both together, that will also work. So you have to multiply numerator to numerator. It will be minus 12, and denominator to denominator, that will be 35. Then again numerator to numerator, if you want to multiply, you can reduce also. 3 3s are, 3 5s are, and 2 8, 2 7. Like that you can also reduce. So you will get 7 5 35, but here minus sign is there, so you have to carry your minus 35, and down 3 8 24. Once you got this, you can further reduce 1s are, 2s are, and you can also reduce this. So it will be minus 1 upon 1 into minus 1 upon 2. This minus minus multiplication will become plus, and your answer will be 1 upon 2. Because any number when you are multiplying with 1, the answer is the number itself. Example number 3 says, write the additive inverse of the following. What do you mean by additive inverse? Suppose my dear kids, if I am giving you a number plus 7, so iska additive inverse hoga minus 7. So you have to just change the sign. If I am giving you minus 7 upon 19, then the additive inverse will be plus 7 upon 19. If I am giving you 22 upon 112, if no sign is there, that means it is in plus. So the additive inverse will be minus 21 upon 112. Clear? Example 4. Verify that minus minus x is same as x. So if I give you x value as 13 upon 17, and you have to make minus minus x, that is minus minus 13 upon 17, because x value is 13 upon 17. And you know very well that minus and minus makes plus. So that is plus 13 upon 17. That is exactly same as x. So can I write minus minus x will be equal to x? Yes, you can write this. We will take one more. Suppose if I give you x is equal to minus 21 upon 31 and you have to find minus minus x. So that will be minus minus and your x value is minus 21 upon 31. So this minus is this minus is this, and x की value is minus 21 upon 31, this. Now my dear kids, minus minus becomes plus, and here I am taking this down, minus 21 upon 31. If you know very well that plus and minus becomes minus, so your answer is minus 21 upon 31. That is exactly what you want. So we can write therefore x is equal to minus minus x. So whatever value you are getting, whatever value is given for x, same value you will get for minus minus x. Next we have example 5, which says 2 upon 5 into minus 3 upon 7 minus 1 upon 14 minus 3 upon 7 into 3 upon 5. My dear kids, if you know very well that अगर terms को कोई divide करता है expression में तो वो plus और minus होता है. So अगर यहाँ पे multiplication है, यहाँ पे minus है, so this is your first term. Again यहाँ पे minus है, so this is your second term and this is your third term. Getting my point clear? So I have with me, if you can notice, this is my first term, this is my second term and this is my third term. In your first and third term, if you notice, you have minus 3 upon 7 in both. So can I take minus 3 upon 7 common? So inside will be 2 upon 5 plus 3 upon 5. So 2 upon 5 plus 3 upon 5. And what is remaining here is minus 1 upon 14, that you have to keep it aside. This is called as distributive property. What is distributive property? I'll explain here. Distributive property says that if suppose I have a plus b, if suppose I have a into b plus a into c. So this is my first term, this is my second term. I can take a common and inside I will put b plus c. Similarly, suppose if I have 5 into 6 plus 5 into 4. I'll take 5 common here and inside I'll put 6 plus 4. Similarly, if I have minus 3 upon 7 into 2 upon 5, and again I have plus 3 upon 7, minus 3 upon 7 into 3 upon 5. Now if you can notice, minus 3 upon 7 is common in both. So I'll take minus 3 upon 7 out, and here this both 2 upon 5 plus 3 upon 5 inside. So that is what I have done in this problem. I have taken minus 3 upon 7 common in both terms, and I have taken the remaining 2 upon 5 and 3 upon 5 here. And the remaining third term minus 1 upon 14 on this side. You have to solve this. Because you have the same denominator, you will add the numerators. So that will be 5 upon 5 and that will make 1 minus 1 upon 14. So that will be minus 3 upon 7 minus 1 upon 14. My dear kids, you have to take the LCM. that will be 14. To make 7 14, you have to multiply 2 on both sides, so that will be minus 6, and here you have to multiply with 1. So minus 6 minus 1 will be minus 7 upon 14, and if you reduce this, you will get the answer minus 1 upon 2. So the final answer of this expression is minus 1 upon 2. We will jump on exercise 1.1. In that you have first which says using properties find minus 2 upon 3 into 3 upon 5 plus 5 upon 2 minus 3 upon 5 into 1 upon 6. My dear kids, there are 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. If you notice, in your first and last term you have 3 upon 5 common, and inside you have to keep minus 2 upon 3 and minus 1 upon 6. Where from this minus sign came? This. And outside you will have plus 5 upon 2. Now you have to first solve the bracket. And you know very well, if you have different denominators, you have to take the LCM. Once you take the LCM, you have to multiply with 2 on both sides. And it will be minus 4 minus 1. If you have 3 upon 5, here minus 4 minus 1 will be minus 5 upon 6 plus 5 upon 2. So you have 3 upon 5. Outside this bracket, no sign means multiplication. I am sorry for the disturbance. You can reduce this. So it will be minus 1 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2. My dear kids, if you have same denominator, you have to solve the numerators taking denominator common. So your answer will be 4 upon 2 and your final answer will be 2. Please note it down. Next we have in this question number 2. Again same, using properties you have to solve this. So you have 2 upon 5, 3 upon minus 7, minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2, plus 1 upon 14 into 2 upon 5. This is your first term, this is your second term, and this is your third term. Plus and minus, divide your terms, make your terms in an expression. So you have 3 terms in this expression. If you notice, in your first and third term, you have 2 upon 5 common, and inside you have this minus sign in the denominator will go up. So that will be minus 3 upon 7 plus this 1 upon 14. And this minus 1 upon 6 into 3 upon 2 will be same. Now my dear kids, you have to solve first bracket. So you have to multiply this with 14 because this with 2. 7 into 2 will become 14 because LCM is 14. So that will become minus 6 plus 1. Into, you can reduce this, so it will become 1 upon 4. Now it will be here, nothing means multiplication, and minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5 upon 14, and here minus 1 upon 4 this. You can cut this and here will be minus 1. 2 into minus 1, you can also reduce this 7. So it will be minus 1 upon 7 minus 1 upon 4. Once you got this, you have to again take the LCM, and 7 into 4, the LCM is 28. You have to multiply here with 4 and here with 7. So it will be minus 4 minus 7. My dear kids, minus 4 minus 7 will be plus. So you have to add 4 plus 7, that will be 11. And you have to take the bigger number sign. So 7 की जो sign है minus, that you have to take and give to 11. So your final answer is minus 11 upon 28. Your question number 2 will be completely your homework, because you have to just find the additive inverse. And as I said you, what are the additive inverse? Additive inverse, you have to just keep on changing the sign. And I'll jump on to question number 3, which says verify minus x is equal to x. X is given as 11 upon 15, and you have to put it into this equation, minus x. So that will be minus 11 upon 15. Minus becomes plus 11 upon 15. And what is plus 11 upon 15? That is x. So therefore we can write minus x is equal to x. So whatever value you are getting for minus x should be equal to x. And hence you can write hence verified. You have to do question number 3 part 2 as your homework. Okay my dear kids, I'll stop it here. God bless.